Hello everyone. Today is a very special day. We are going to marathon Kitatcho, and this stream will probably be 12 hours. It might be quicker, but there's 8 maps to get through, and I think 3 of them are at least multi-hour maps. So it's gonna be a day. So Kitatcho, for those who don't know, it's basically a puzzle game that I have been making since I was a kid back in 2012, and I've just been making it over and over and over again until I get it right. And since 2020, I feel like I've been getting it right. However, there's been a lot of failed attempts. The first 2 Kitatcho maps sadly don't exist anymore. I was a kid, I was dumb, I didn't think of the idea of like preserving the stuff that I created, and I just deleted them off of my laptop. However, this was the 3rd map that I've ever made, which is called the Kitatcho Laboratories. It was made back in 2012, it has since been updated to Minecraft 1.6.4, and this map is actually kind of painful for me to watch. This is not going to be fun for me. Hello everyone, and welcome to my reboot of an old series. This sounds very familiar if you played Kitatcho Chapter 1. Puzzlemania. So I originally called it Puzzlemania. That was the name of the series. It wasn't Kitatcho. This is a map that's inspired heavily by Portal, so I hope you guys enjoy the map. And that's it. That's all you need to know. As painful as it is for me to look back on this and kind of cringe at some of the decisions that my older self made, this is what led to the modern Kitatcho that I'm actually like insanely proud of. The modern stuff wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for this. Congratulations, you have been, oh god, you have been chosen as one of the many people of Kitatcho Village, not Kitatcho Town, Kitatcho Village, to participate in a life-changing event. We can't wait to meet you and get started. Sincerely, Jake Kitatcho. Look, there he is. The name existed. The rulebook, also, there's my old username. That's probably going to be the most embarrassing thing we will see. Oh, the doors are locked. This is your first task. To get to the facility, you need to find 4 keys we hid throughout the village overnight. Good luck. Finding 4 keys before the map starts. That sounds a little familiar. Right, I guess we just do this. The one gap with the torches. You know, it just opens one of the doors. Guys, okay, brace yourself. This is something you haven't seen in the actual modern Kitatcho maps. This is a big moment. Are you guys ready to see the Kitatcho Laboratories? The exterior of the Kitatcho Laboratories. Get hyped, get excited. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think the off-centered K is just like the cherry on top, you know? Okay, well, let's go in. Guys, it's the blue and black checkerboard flooring that existed this far back. Reception's desk. Ah, you must be our new test subject. Welcome to the laboratories. To begin your test, head down the hall and take a right. Your test guide, Dave, will explain everything else from there. Dave is actually a character in the new chapter 2. It's crazy, Dave existed all the way back in. So this first test was made by Jake Kitatcho himself. It involves you taking a slime ball and throwing it on a pressure plate. So slime ball puzzle, 1 of 10. Guys, look at this. The very first still existing Kitatcho puzzle. Exposed redstone. Take it in. This is still Dave. He just likes to change clothes a lot. Yeah, that's my reasoning for why every villager in the observation window has a different colored shirt. Oh my god, look at the original slime ball texture. I think this texture is actually better than the modern vanilla texture for the slime ball. Look at that. First test done. Okay, so we got a chest hidden in the ceiling and one hidden in the floor, and that's the puzzle. These next few puzzles aren't going to be that different from the others. They might just involve a bit of jumping. Okay, puzzle 3, and I've already run out of ideas, and we're introducing parkour. This is a great start. Slimeball puzzles, 6 out of 10. This chamber, if any of you here have played chapter 1, just look at this. Pull to release slime ball, step here, water comes down, gives you the slime ball, Throw the slime ball in here, stand on a plate for water to come down and push it onto there to open the door. This is actually a puzzle that still exists in the modern chapter 1. I basically was like, you know what? This setup is probably like the best setup that this map has, and I wanted to recreate it for the modern maps. For this next puzzle, I introduced you to Companion Slime Ball Chapter 3 reference. What? Take them throughout the entire puzzle. Good luck. Check out this puzzle. It's crazy. Well, that's wonderful. It's such a shame he can't talk to you, because if he did, he would probably say, I love you. I think that's actually like a joke taken straight from Portal. So, are you guys ready to witness the thing that I was most proud of building? Here we go. The most visually interesting thing this map has to offer. Whoa. Well done. Interesting. For this next puzzle, I want to remind you that yes, you can break the redstone you place. Only the ones that you placed. Otherwise, that would be cheating. And you know what Kitatcho does to cheaters. I don't think you want to know. Guys, Anominate's here. These are just wool blocks, and this is the puzzle. You just...
Arson?
Yeah, it's arson.
This is what my son Robert Shell was always doing. Got him into trouble.
Yeah, I don't know, chat, do you guys want to see this in chapter 4? I remember this being like the coolest thing. Look at that. This is like the most creative thing this map does. Read puzzle 7. All right.
Sorry.
I think the map was originally made before command blocks, and the only way that you could tell story, unless you wanted it to have like a billion signs, was to include text documents in the map folder that people would have to like open. That takes me back. What is this? Ice? This is just take 1. Only take 1. All caps. I think the reason why it's all caps is because I added that sign in an update after I watched like a YouTuber with like 10 subscribers take all of them and then break the entire chamber, and I got so mad.
I've been keeping an eye on you, puzzle solver. While Dave's gone, I decided to watch you myself.
Oh.
Right, it's a little...
Yeah.
I have a big surprise for you when you finish the chambers.
Chapter 3 billion.
Millionaires? What? What the fuck?
What the? Okay, hold on. That's okay. That is probably the peak of this map. It doesn't get better than that.
Fuck?
Yeah, I teared up at that. Yeah,
I'm actively crying.
Yeah. I think this is like the stream can't get any better than that. Okay, here's the control room. Secret project.
Oh, I wonder if it opens the room.
Okay, this is where the map also gets really good. You remember this, right?
Yeah, I do.
It's that. This is the Death Ray 5000.
That's what Jake calls... Never mind.
I don't know what I was going with when I was building this, because it's very abstract, you know, and...
It does kind of look like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. But then you go down here. And it's the spooky room. I feel pain.
There it is. Pain is coming.
It is a common field.
Spelled wrong.
Spelled wrong, yeah. So this is the timeline where Jake Kitatcho became a mad scientist after the divorce. I didn't even plan a divorce back then. It was just Jake Kitatcho.
We seldom do, Stockley.
Yeah. What's this one? He's a liar. He's not a scientist. He's a killer. Oh my god.
No.
Who's the man in charge? Me. The money is a lie, but yeah, this one, nothing is a must. What does that mean? Why did I write that? Oh, you get 2 diamonds for this one.
Say it because I was like, what does it mean?
It sounds like it means something like deep, but it's nothing. Ways to kill puzzle solvers. Fire pit, death ray, bottomless pit, not capitalized for some reason. Explosives, dangerous puzzle. acid, neurotoxin, electricity, sharp objects.
Period.
You just hear Dave and the walls constantly in this map. Where is Dave?
Where are you, Dave? Clawing at the walls. The most scared I've ever heard you be in my life. That was a genuine scream of terror.
He sprinted at me from around the corner.
I've never heard you make that noise. You're like, whoa!
I don't think I've ever made that noise before.
It sounded like a different person.
Puzzles here, God, there's 7 more maps after this.
Sorry, my stupid chamber builders couldn't come up with anything better to make than parkour courses. Drowning may occur, so watch out.
Don't drown.
Watch out for drowning.
Yeah. This is where I just completely gave up and just resorted to making a parkour map. If I labeled this as a parkour map, it would have done so much better. Stockley really called himself stupid through Kitatcho. You will notice a trend up until like maybe episode 2, where I show no confidence in what I'm building at all.
Frostbite may occur in this chamber. In the event that it does, well, I don't know, it'd be your problems. Why should I care? Anyway, good luck.
Yeah, frostbite.
I sure hope it does.
Yeah.
Alright, last 2 puzzles. Good luck. I'll meet you up ahead to give you your big surprise.
I don't like that. Knowing what the name of this section
I have a
of the map.
big surprise for you, my billionaire's pet.
Diamond shovel. Okay. And then like the goal of this chat was to literally just dig. Oh my god. We got a stick. I'm trying to think like what 2012 me would have done. I bet you I would have put the chest here. I know myself too well. Was this the last one? This was the last puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Guys, we made it.
So I solved the puzzle. Bro solved the puzzle.
Yeah. Guys, it's the surface. Even though we started the map on the surface. Okay, here we go. The big ending of the map. It's not even labeled or anything. It's just a door. It's the end. Are you ready for the end? You're gonna have to keep up with this.
Alright.
Here we go.
No. Fucking. What the fuck?
Alright,
okay.
so what's your big surprise, you may ask? Well, instead of leaving here with a huge paycheck period, I decided to trap you in cryogenic storage so you could test forever. Now, before you get mad frustrated, just think what that means. You could keep spending more time with me so we can test forever and ever. How fun will that be? Sleep well, my little my puzzle solver. Your next challenges will not be so easy. Thank you for playing. Wait, go back.
Nope.
Open it. I didn't get to read everything, Stockley. Thank you for playing Kitatcho Laboratories.
We already
Episode 1. Open it again.
We already
Open it
talked
again,
about my old name at the beginning of the
Okay, well
map.
then there's no problem.
This map was all made by me, the Beast 0911.
Jay Kitatcho is definitely our sugar daddy at this point. I hate this.
Yeah, he was like, you get to spend more time with me. We can keep
Yeah.
testing forever.
Yeah, I think this was the highlight. That it Dave like fucking running through the walls. Is he still here? There he is.
Oh, God. Don't look at him for too long. You'll approach.
He'll just turn around.
He just keeps facing away from you.
Yeah, he's gonna turn around and just sprint at the camera. Dave, you okay, Dave? Dave? Are you guys ready? I can't remember. Like, I know there's like an announcer, but is that Jay Kitatcho? Do you want to really do more reading?
I don't think it's a question of if I want to, Stockley.
Do you have to?
Wait, you know what? Hello there, young puzzle solver, and welcome to the Kitatcho Laboratories. Some guy. Good luck. I'll meet you when the simulation is over.
I think there's like an achievement over here. Yeah. The Explorer.
Found a corner.
Yep. This map, believe it or not, has been played by Captain Sparkles. You can technically say that, there's 4 Kitatcho videos by Captain Sparkles. He never played Puzzlemania 2, and I think there's a good reason for that. Also, this was the intentional solution. Just run through here before the door closes. So
I think I bullied you for that in the the map design thing in chapter 3.
The map design thing in chapter 3? Oh, right, like the notice board.
Because all of those are just things that people will see shortly.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta go this way.
Nicely done! Alright, think of this next puzzle as a review. Maybe you'll even beat our last test subject's time at solving this. He was a monkey, by the way. We named him Bananas.
Bananas. This is the origin of Bananas the monkey. We've reached Bananas.
It was announced by,
A goblin.
that guy.
Yeah.
Goblin.
Yeah.
I'm a goblin.
I think we're supposed to go down.
Like how you get all the way up here and you immediately
but what
are
is
just
this?
not up here. Oh gosh.
Oh man. Oh man. So spooky.
Help me. Blem. Lemon.
Creepy chambers, 1 out of 5.
Lemon.
Inventory cleared. Okay, puzzle 5. Is this the first ever anti-science field prototype? Actually, yeah. Yeah, it must be. This plate. What happens if I step on it again while I'm holding something? I feel like I don't want to do that. Okay, and then we'll do that. The exit is open, but how do we get to the exit? God, the door sound was so loud. You gotta do that. That's part of the puzzle. If you don't know that you could do that, you're screwed. Puzzle 7, guys, it's the Kitatcho quality bow. Except when you drop the bow, you just drop it. Guys, we got jump boost.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, now we're starting to see like the Kitatcho elements appearing for the first time. But what's this over in the corner? Oh man.
Creepy chamber 2 of 5.
Oh man.
Nothing is a must.
Nothing is a must again. Oh man. So we got the pointless button. Please ignore. And what if I told you guys it's not actually as pointless as it looks? A secret thing opens up. What is up with these perfectly timed ambient sounds throughout the stream? Achievement. And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 9.
There's the toilet, motherfucker.
It's the toilet. Toilet. And we still can't swim. This one sucks. Oh, what's this down here? Don't listen to him. 3 of 5. Yep. And now we gotta slowly climb back up. So this part, I remember, really sucks because you're given a lever and there's nowhere to put it. And the map actually forces you to go back up the toilet. Which is a sentence that you can only really say in this map. There we go, guys. We're out of the toilet. But the exit door is now open, but we now have to go back in the toilet. And that is so wrong. That is so wrong. The fact that it goes down instead of up. I did not like that. We got this. This was done in chapter 1 and episode 1 and episode 2. Has it been done in any of the other chapters? I can't even remember.
I mean,
And
it's
think,
kind of done in chapter 3, but it's not glass.
yeah.
Sadly, Bananas didn't survive that one, and he didn't die by the lava, surprisingly. Instead, he slipped on one of his own banana peels and smashed his skull off the floor.
Oh my god.
I am you. Who do you think you are? I am.
What does that even mean? I just remember what the next chamber is. It's chamber 14. You know what chamber 14 is in all of these early maps? Yep. This is a chamber. It's literally the chapter 1 chamber. Yeah, chapter 1 was made specifically to be a lot like the older maps. It's like just basically a tribute. So you'll see like a lot of like stuff from the older maps that was carried over into chapter 1. And it's why chapter 2 is so different from chapter 1. It's because chapter 2 was like the first one that really started like using new ideas. This sucks. Like I regret making blindness in chapter 1. The only reason I put it in chapter 1 was because I was like, well, it was in the old map, you know? Oh yeah, that's like one of the holes. If you drop, I think the reason why it exists is so that like if you drop down, you have to do it all over again. Okay, guys, final chamber.
It's the one that has like 8 slime balls.
Yeah, let's go and like look at that because the exit's down here. Here it is.
There's something in the chamber design thing as well. It's like a chamber with 8 slime balls.
Yeah.
And look at that door.
Yeah, no, it's a fancy door. Guys, it's the bow. So what Captain Sparkles did, the bow has infinity, and he just shot all 8 plates with the bow. And I think you could tell that he wasn't enjoying the map. He didn't do it the right way. Oh, I did it. I got it. You don't drop your bow.
Okay.
Yeah. Look what I found, everybody.
Oh. Sleep, 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 sleep.
Yeah. Guys, we got all 5 creepy chambers.
Achievement unlocked. Creepy chambers.
Well, today's your lucky day. We set up your reward just down the hall. Go and see for yourself, little fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Ta-da! Welcome to the Kitatcho Laboratory high-tech cryogenic refrigeration wing. What's better than being put to sleep only to wake up to doing more puzzles? That bed is a hell of a lot more comfy than that park bench you were sleeping on when we found you.
Bonus puzzle. The puzzle is in the sky. Remember in chapter 3 there was a sign that said sky chamber? I would highly recommend not dropping your slime ball. What is this? Why is there a camera?
Oh,
Why is there a camera? That is actually kind of a crazy coincidence that there's a hidden camera. We hope you will also enjoy the sequel, Puzzlemania 2. It will be almost 4 times longer than this map, and that's not an exaggeration. It'll be huge, and huge it will be. Out of all the maps that we're playing today, Puzzlemania 2 is probably the one I'm dreading the most.
Thankfully, maybe for my sake, I do have to go.
Okay, yeah. The first thing that you'll notice is that it's a beta build, and that's because this map never technically was fully released. It's playable from start to finish, but we didn't really do much playtesting. The biggest reason for that is that this map took us so long to make that by the time that we were done with the map, we have improved our map making skills to the point that we just weren't happy with this. This map is actually like hot garbage, and there's gonna be a certain point in the map. So this is like our very first attempt at going with the trying to do what chapter 3 did. This map does not do that very well. All right, that means you're getting close to the newer puzzles. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about watching you solve puzzles again. What? So this has been like a running theme across like 3 maps now, where Jake is just like a little too into the players solving puzzles. Guys, I completely forgot. I just remembered this map has 40 chambers. Oh god, yeah. Okay, slime ball puzzle. Oh, this one sucks. Well, we got this. This is a puzzle, right? That's such a cool puzzle. We throw the slime ball in here. So our slime ball's up there now. And now the puzzle is redirecting water currents to make the slime ball go like down here and like down here, and it's something. It's something. Okay, this should be enough. And then it spits out 2 slime balls. Look at that. The next puzzle tests your agility. Think of it as an obstacle course. Well, it kind of is an obstacle course. A timed one at that. So good luck. So I'll hit the reset. Thankfully, this gives me a chance to showcase that there's actually a shortcut in this obstacle course. You could shave off like a couple seconds by going up the wall here. This, you know what? We don't need to do this. This isn't a puzzle. I don't have permission. Okay, you know what? There we go. There's the port. Did you find the shortcut? We sure did. Why did you decide to use slime balls and not like a chicken or string or something? I think it was just like the first item. Like I was just, what am I gonna use to put on a pressure plate? And I was just looking through the creative inventory and I just looked at the slime ball and I'm like, yeah, that'll do. That one decision I made as a kid has spiraled into an icon for the Kitatcho Laboratories. Let's go to the study lab first. Guys, look at this. The very first instance of this. It goes all the way back to 2014. Guys, it's like the last map that we played, the very start. Except it's not like blue skies and mountains in the background. This is where the first map started. So this has been a running theme that is carried all the way over into chapter 3. I just really like reusing areas in previous maps. So this allows us to break trees to search for chests. We can get 2 levers. All right, on to the next element. This one is sand. Not sure if that counts as an element, but not all of my scientists who build these chambers can be smart, can they? Yep. Okay. It's this again. Now, as a final test, I present to you a chamber that involves all of the elements. Don't kill yourself. Okay, I'll meet you when you finish the series. But I also remember that with this sand pit you have to dig. It's actually like directly below this area. Here, there we go. I'm pretty happy that this is awful. The fact it's like flowing water that you have to like fight against. Why did I think this was a good idea? I don't even give the player an option to drop down. We have to go back. We have to go back through it again. Why? This puzzle doobie mania? It's making me manic, that's for sure. Instead, you're going to have to take a little detour through the old maintenance halls. Oh, maintenance halls. Yeah, this is the maintenance halls. All right. Oh, look at that. 4 levers in order to get to the exit. That's a little. Okay. 4 levers for the boiler room, lava processing unit, student classroom, you know, and it's not quite the child education annex, but you know, it's there in spirit. And the boardroom, not material manufacturing. Okay. But here's the original boiler room, guys. I wonder if Jake is gonna make a full monologue about the boiler room again. Ah, the boiler. It says all the boiler. Okay. The student classroom. That feels so wrong to say. I wonder what the classroom's like. Okay. At Kitatcho Laboratories, safety is our highest priority. Warning, never let the lava reach dangerously unlethal levels. Okay, so this is the original lava processing unit, guys. What do you think? But the boardroom, chamber design. I tell ya, it's the guys that worked in this room that I treasure the most. Make more lethal chambers. The owner smells funny. Too complicated. Pish posh. Let me add more stuff. Okay, pish posh. Yeah, I didn't write that. Good luck. Oh, look, the jump boost plates. They're starting to look a little bit more like the modern ones. Okay, here's speed. It's parkour with speed, guys. Are you starting to see why I don't like this part of the map? Are you starting to pick up on why this is awful? Are you oh, this is. Could you imagine if speed is brought back in chapter 4? I say that because it's actually been revealed that speed is going to be in chapter 4 in the teaser trailer on my YouTube channel. Guys, it's happening. It's finally happening. Oh my god, there's a timer. We gotta outrun the timer. Timer's starting now. We gotta get to a door where the timer runs out. We made it. Oh, and if you couldn't, if that first jump there was a problem, now that you got the lever, how about we make you do it twice in a row? And then suddenly this map takes a giant nosedive in quality. And then just for like one final measure, you gotta do this jump again. Yeah, I was never a fan of that chamber. I ended up firing the guy. Like, this is such a common thing that I did back then. I would like admit that the chamber is bad. This is where this map becomes more of a showcase than a playthrough. You can this sucks. Jump boost. Oh, God, and it's like the most difficult things, and then like a speed jump over to this platform. And if you fall, for some reason it's water, so you have to wade through the water. So that's a new idea right here. A fusion plate which combines jump boost and speed. Our health inspector told us to shut down this chamber before anyone even tried it out because he said it was too deadly. I think that's just absurd. How could you classify something as too deadly when no one even tried it out? So we got him to try it. He ended up dying. Nevertheless, it gave us a reason to keep this chamber, so appreciate it. There's a joke that actually made it to the modern maps. There's one line that I added in chapter 3 that I really like, where Jake's like going on a rant about having people killed, and then he laughs and he's just like, nah, I'm just kidding. Some people say I have a sick sense of humor. I like to think I'm just too darn fun. I liked that I included that line because that line makes you rethink a lot of the more disturbing things that Jake says in like chapter 1 and 2, like the health inspector bit, where it's just like, is that true? Did they do that? Or is that just Jake's like morbid sense of humor? You never really understand Jake, but maybe you will in chapter 4. Item puzzle, 5 out of 10. Oh, guys, look at this. This is, this looks a little interesting. Are you hyped to see the very first instance of the one and only? There it is. Kitatcho Leaf Breaker. Show them leaves who's boss. That's not. Guys, we got redstone. You know what that means? It's the Kitatcho electrical wrench. Has a tendency to shock violently. Oh my god. We're progressing through the Kitatcho timeline. We're starting to see these like ideas start popping up in these older maps. The most fun thing about like looking back at these older maps is how it turns into like how these like mechanics evolved over the years, where they first were introduced. So I think here you break these two. Guys, it's the Kitatcho lever whacker. Break them like there's no tomorrow. You guys wanted the lockpick, right? And then we used like a million levers at the exit. 4. And you solved it. Look at that. We did it, guys. Completely legitimately. We are really starting to run out of time. Remember the slime ball puzzles? Well, no need to get all nostalgic because they pretty much all melted at this point. Just try to solve this chamber as fast as you can. Okay. Okay, that's broken, but no worries. Here, let me send in a lever to help you solve this faster. Thanks, Jake. Just TNT goes off? Okay. Okay, scratch that. You don't have to solve this chamber, okay? You're leaving right now. Come on, through the secret doorway. Okay, here we go, guys. We're getting out of here. Oh man, the plot is pick it up. Stairs are out of order. Elevator to surface. So what better way to end the puzzle map than with a long, hard parkour sequence? Perfect way to end your puzzle map. Parkour. Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh my god, guys, look. It's the lobby. It's the big entrance to the Kitatcho Labs. Get out. And suddenly, you know, the timer's 2:36, but when you get out of the front door, it's suddenly 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We made it out just in time. Next map. This map is actually not that long. It's very short. Hello there, young puzzle solver. Welcome to the infamous Kitatcho Laboratories. How much of this in chapter 1 are the same? Very similar. Chapter 1 was specifically built to be like a modernized version of this map specifically. Yeah, but look at this, guys. Huh. Right off the bat, it is feeling a lot more like chapter 1. you'll be testing in Test Track 2, which is down the hall to your right. So again, very similar. Oh, look at that carpet texture. Oh, I tried. I was trying, guys. Here's the original Test Track 2 lobby. You know, it's a little underwhelming. You don't got like the dome, but it's weird because it's similar enough. You got the fountain in the middle, but if we look over there, Test Track 1, condemned, do not enter. That's similar. That sounds like something. Oh, guys, here we are. The Kitatcho Laboratories is built approximately 5,000 meters below the surface of the Earth. To connect the test chambers on each track, we use empty shafts to be kind of a central hub. From here, you'll be working your way from the bottom all the way to the top of this cavern. We wish you the best of luck. It's actually something, if you don't know it, there's like hidden animal button sounds in Chapter 1. And it's a reference to this, where you could just find buttons and it will tell you an animal sound. And the exit is open. And again, there's that little like poor level design that still exists where it's like, why would I grab the lever, give the player a lever, force them to go back to the start, and then force them to run through the chamber all over again. So the chambers aren't perfect in this map, but they're definitely a step up over what we were just doing. But yeah, look at this. We got a little secret, you know, between chamber 9 and chamber 10. If we use the weed whacker, there's a hole in the wall. To my lovely daughter, Catherine, I know you aren't fond of the idea, but I'm so glad you decided to be our first test subject. Your mother would be proud. I'll see you when you wake up. Love, Dad. Test Track 1, condemned until further notice. Interesting. So, chamber 12 out of 15, we got the fire resistance. Every map that has introduced fire resistance so far has had this setup, which I find funny. Sadly, Bananas didn't survive that chamber, and he didn't die to the lava, surprisingly. Instead, he slipped on one of his own banana peels and smashed his skull on the floor. Please restrain yourself from creating the same scenario. We have heard this joke how many times so far? That's chamber 13. We are breezing through this. You're almost done. This exercise will test your ability to solve a puzzle while being blind. Oh boy, it's another blindness one. Guys, are you excited for the Tester's Reward Program? We're gonna get a reward. Tester's Reward Program? Oh boy. What? It's exactly the same. This, my good friend, is your reward. Why don't you just lay down in this chamber, which, believes me, looks a hell of a lot more comfy than the park bench you were sleeping on when we found you. But yeah, that's episode 1. As you can see, it is extremely similar to chapter 1. Chapter 1 was made very deliberately to be very, very faithful to episode 1. Just done much better. And Nominat's first voice acting as Jake Kitatcho.
Testing.
Oh my god.
Oh god, is this thing on? Oh, thank god. Hello, test subject 3. And welcome back to the land of the living. You might be a bit confused as to why this place seems to be in a bit of a mess at the moment. Well, that's because we've actually relocated to a new area of the facility while you were asleep for the past year.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, you could definitely see the Puzzlemania 2 similarities. And then we're back in the lobby.
Hey, you're almost there. Now, if you're wondering how we know where you are and what you're doing, it's because we've injected our new and improved Kitatcho Laboratory high-tech microbots into your bloodstream.
That sounds familiar.
While you were asleep. They allow us to monitor your location, and we can also see through your very own eyes. How cool is that? Right.
This is the entirety of the map. This is the spawn. The entire first map just took place around like this central shaft here. Episode 2 goes much further. This is probably, out of all the maps, this is the one where Innominate is the most tame. It didn't sound that different to me when I heard the chapter 1 dialogue, but going back to like this map, you could definitely like hear the difference. If there's one thing that like you can definitely tell out of like Innominate's voice acting in the newer maps, there's definitely a lot more confidence to Jake's voice. And Innominate has done such a good job over the past 3 maps refining Jake's voice and really like making him feel like an actual person when you listen to him. Like the little mannerisms and stuff that Jake does pretty cool.
This
Oh,
next
here we
chamber
go.
introduces our Kitatcho Laboratories high-tech proton rays. They're pretty fatal, so I'd recommend that you try to keep your distance.
Yeah,
Good luck.
about that. This is a mechanic that is exclusive to episode 2 and basically is the death fields. Lasers, they were a nightmare to work with. We were very limited on what we could do with them. I don't miss them too much. They are referenced in the chapters, that is true. Okay, here we go. Chamber 6 already.
This
Man.
test will involve redirecting the laser beams around the chamber to activate things that otherwise would be impossible.
Yeah, so this is like the big thing that make lasers stand out from death fields and portal incoming. Yeah, so the red one emits the laser, the blue redirects it, yellow is like a receiver. This is the only chamber that really shows it off. So that lever raised that up, so if we stand on the plate now, it actually gets redirected into the other room. And it's up to the player to remember that there was a glass wall in there, so it actually shattered the glass off screen. And that allows the player to do this. Now the cool thing about this is that this should open the exit, but obviously you need another slime ball or something. So if you lowered the thing, let's step on it again with the slime ball. This chamber is actually really good. This is like the first chamber that we've done this stream that feels like a genuinely well-designed puzzle. So you think it's as simple as that, and like obviously if we like flick this back up, the laser gets redirected that way. And if we do this, the exit door's open, but there's a problem. The exit door's on the other side of the laser. So in order to fix this, we actually have to turn off the laser, go around this way, and throw the slime ball on the plate from like here. And then we're good. That is a genuine, solid puzzle. I'm proud of that. Yeah, I just wish we did more with the lasers. It was just such a pain to work with. We're already going to the maintenance hall, so let's see how episode 2 handles the maintenance halls behind the scenes. Huh, interesting. By the way, everybody, I have a surprise. There's a hole in the wall here. And this hole in the wall has a very special significance, because if you go in this hole, what will you find? You will find the very first instance of La Saga. It started right here. God, this place looks so similar to the one in Puzzlemania 2, like the exact same layout. Even like that like one dead end still exists. It's the exact same layout. Here we are. Get ready. Here it is.
The boiler room.
We've always laughed at the fact that like Innominate put so much emphasis on the you know? Where it sounded like Jake was a little too excited about the boiler room, and so that inspired his like dialogue in chapter 3 to be super obsessed and in love with the boiler room for no reason. It's never explained why he loves the boiler room in chapter 3. He just does. Let's go check out lava processing. Definitely smaller than chapter 3, but it's very similar to the one in Puzzlemania 2. And with this, we get a lever and 4 pieces of redstone. And a fun Easter egg is that if you try using the redstone down here, which is not where you're supposed to use it right now, you get some bonus dialogue.
Maybe you shouldn't place that there at the moment. Now, don't ask me why, but I just have a very strong feeling that if you place that there right now, instead of later, you might end up getting yourself stuck, and I'll be unable to help you escape. Once again, don't ask me why I think that. My mother always told me I had a remarkable gut instinct, so let's just go with that.
Okay, Jake. So there's actually another secret here. This secret, it was actually designed by Innominate himself. So yeah, you actually end up in this area where you get a music disc. You actually get 2. And this was the start of what inspired us to add music discs to the chapters. So I just got a royalty-free Kevin MacLeod song for Catherine's Lullaby. So, I know. It's not my song. But I thought it was nice. Cather's Lullaby is obviously the one that you hear in Chapter 3. This one is completely improv by Innominate.
Hello there, willing, young, eager potential test subject. I'm Jake Kitatcho, the founder and CEO of the Kitatcho Laboratories. And boy, let me tell you, we could use your help in our attempts at researching and perfecting science. Now, what's in it for you, you might ask? Well, that's simple. And in that I mean that's a stupid question, because who doesn't want to make some science? We have a wide variety of tests that support and challenge all sorts of mind and skill sets. Come join us here at the Kitatcho Laboratories. The future starts with you.
Wow. That is probably the most this version of Jake sounds like Jake from the chapters. I feel like when I was writing Jake for the chapters, I wanted him to be more like this. That's something I feel like I'm surprised we didn't do with the chapters. There's no like secret dialogue.
It looks like you don't have enough redstone. I don't know, maybe there's some spare dust somewhere in these maintenance halls. Did you happen to see any before coming here?
The main reason why there isn't like dialogue like that in the chapters is because Jake's technically not watching you. It's all pre-recorded messages, whereas in the episodes, Jake is actively helping you. And we can power this laser now to break the pipe. And that's pretty cool. We're starting to finally get to the point where the designs of the maps are starting to just get better and better, and there's a lot more like cool little moments like that. I love like any puzzle where you affect the environment around you. It's like a top tier puzzle for me. Notice board. Test of patience. Design a hall that takes 30 minutes to walk through. Take it up a notch. Let's make a straight up infinite hallway. I have an idea. Find another mechanic to rip off from the Portal games. One of my favorite jokes in this map. Just bluntly admitting to like, yeah, we know. Everyone says like, this is just from Portal, and it's just like, really? Yeah, that's the point. What am I doing again? I want to do this. This is how this works. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on, this is different. I don't know, that's what we want. Are we missing one single piece of redstone? Oh, wait. Oh, whoa, that is not done. That's not done in the chapters. I like that. Why didn't we do that in the chapters? Yeah, the very first instance of levitation. I like this. We never really did this in the chapters, huh, with death fields. Why am I going up so far? Ow. What was that? Why did it last for so long? Okay, here we go.
Oh man, these chambers are in worse shape than I thought they would be.
Jake, you suddenly sound a little different.
Should, in theory, be possible to solve.
Yeah, I think this was like when Innominate was like recovering from a cold or something.
This chamber should introduce a couple of things. First off is our Kitatcho quality bow, and
Made with love.
these anti-arrow grids the scientists invented that disintegrate any arrows that pass through them. No idea how the hell that works. Let's just try to take advantage of it.
So you guys might recognize this. This is weird. The original anti-arrow fields. And this puzzle is the exact same puzzle from Chapter 2. Dropping the bow to retrieve the arrow. It's all here.
I guess this is where we part ways. Test subject 3.
Yep.
I would like to once again apologize for kidnapping you, forcing you to do these tests against your will. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I'm happy I was able to save your life. I guess this is it. I can't thank you enough. Good luck out there.
That was perfect. That was perfect timing. Here we go. Whoa.
Bruh.
Thanks for playing, and that's it. Here we go. We did it. Here we go. We finally made it. Modern Kitatcho.
Hello there, young,
Let's go.
willing, eager test subject.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the
It feels
infamous
so
Kitatcho
modern.
Laboratories. I'm Jake Kitatcho, founder and CEO of this fine establishment.
Oh, you sure are,
and I'll be
Jake.
your host today as I walk you through our many test chambers created with the express
This
purpose
is my
of testing
Jake.
cognitive function and problem-solving skills.
I've missed you so much. There's quite a lot of changes. Oh, it's so good to hear music. It's so
The Kitatcho
good to hear that
Laboratories
jingle.
is built approximately
I feel at home.
5,000 meters below the surface
I
of the Earth.
feel so at home.
Oh, right. Yes.
Hey,
Good luck.
we saw this puzzle set up all the way back in Kitatcho 2012. That's crazy. That is so insane.
They launch you into the air like a trampoline. Have fun.
Thanks, Jake. Oh, look, it's this hallway. Do you guys remember this hallway? We've seen it like a million times today. Except this is the most goodest one. I don't know how to do this. Or did Rebrainer fix it so you can't do this? Oh no, you can't do it. You just gotta... Huh.
Good night.
Okay. Okay. This map is done.
This thing on. Quick. How does my coat look?
It looks amazing, Jake, as always. I really wish we added a way to skip this for speedrunners. The thing about these maps compared to the old ones is that they're fun. Nothing feels too painful.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I see you looking at me through the window. Hey, your list of fun facts, is it fun?
So today we have learned
Want to hear my fun fact? You're fired! How do you like that?
that Jeff is a brand new addition to Kitatcho, specifically to the chapters. Captain Sparkles has played a lot of puzzle maps since Kitatcho, and he's like, every time that he plays them, he says he feels like Kitatcho's the gold standard, and like he's just comparing like most puzzle maps to Kitatcho now. Like, how good is this compared to Kitatcho Labs? And that's just kind of weird, knowing that like a map that I made is now being treated as like the standard. Like, this is what a good map is considered.
This has been your 243rd run of this testing track. We look forward to your next round of these tests when you're ready.
If you want some trivia, fun fact, chapter 2's ending, the idea of the player being stuck in a perpetual testing track was a very, very last minute decision. For the longest time, up until I actually made the ending of the map, the entire plan was as soon as you finish the testing track, the actual apocalypse would have happened and you would have heard it over the intercoms. And then Jake would guide you, because it wouldn't have been pre-recorded messages. It would be like chapter 1 where Jake is talking to you directly, and he would have helped guide you to a cryo tank to put you there to kind of save your life. That was the idea. But then I was like, you know what if I make it more dreadful, more like, oh god. So that's what I did. Chapter 3, we're here. I'm just taking a moment. Like, I have been working on Kitatcho maps since 2012, since I was a kid, and I've always felt like they weren't as good as they were in my head, and I always felt like I needed to redo it. And it's just me throughout different phases of my life feeling like I want to give it another shot. This map is huge. This map is a gigantic passion project. It has the same name as the very first thing we started with. To this, imagine me going back and showing 13-year-old me this map and being like, this is what it will turn into. And then also being like, oh, you know that Captain Sparkles YouTuber that you're watching now? He calls it the best thing he's ever played. God, that door opening like that after the stream that we've had up to this point, it feels like a final boss. Okay, here we go. Chapter 3, just the gigantic step up in quality. Originally, I was thinking of making each test track have 15 chambers, and then I quickly realized that is like, no, 15 is a little too much. 10 is fine. It's a nice whole number. It makes sure that there's no like filler chambers. One of the big decisions I had with chapter 3, I decided on as soon as the map started being worked on, was to make it so that the very first act of the map had like the very first testing track at least. No Jake dialogue. I wanted it to just be a very empty, abandoned facility with some very like somber, sad sounding music. Like Kitatcho is not what you thought it was. In chapter 1, the vibe was very bright, clean, magical in a sense, where it's like, whoa, what is this place? What is this facility? Chapter 2, it was a lot more dark, industrial, and gritty because that whole facade of like the facility was completely ripped away. This is not a place you want to be. And then for chapter 3, it was like the facade facade is still gone, but so is everybody else. You are alone. In order to like really convey that, I wanted to take away the only voice that the player has known up to this point, so that like the player should really hate Jake Kitatcho. He's not a good guy, but to finally hear a voice talk to you after that entire first act, it makes you suddenly happy to hear him, and it feels like you're meeting an old friend, even though the guy has done nothing but ruin your life. I think I did a decent job at doing that, pulling that off. Stockley, how did you make that poem? This was before AI blew up. This was one of the first bits of like dialogue I wrote all the way back in like 2021. I just Googled random poem generator and I clicked the first link I saw, and I just clicked a generate poem button, and that was the first thing it gave me, and it made no sense, and it was the stupidest thing ever, and I was like, that's perfect. That's the story behind cervical disc syndrome. I never even heard of that until the poem. Turns out it's a real thing. It's like something to do with these like discs in your spine swelling up. I then went to ChatGPT and I asked it to try to explain the meaning of the poem to me, and it struggled. Honestly, the boiler room is like one of the few areas that didn't actually turn out as planned. When I was making the boiler room, I envisioned it to have a much more emphasis on water and like swimming through pipes and like finding like levers and stuff. But then I thought like the boiler room in episode 2 introduced the wrench. And so I was like, why don't we do the same thing for chapter 3? But I was gonna say, gotta appreciate the fact that the Child Education Annex has a remix of Circuitry from chapter 1, because that's where the Child Education Annex was first mentioned. Here's an intended speedrun strat for those who don't know.
Before any of you say, but Jake.
So there's something really funny about this area, because when we get here, this is weird. Oh, this is weird now. Oh, this feels so weird to be here right now on this stream, because this is everything that we've like experienced today. A giant robot that chases you around the chamber is actually an idea we had very early on in chapter 3's development. Test track 1 was supposed to be guarded by like this robot that would stalk the player, and you'd have to like do the puzzles while avoiding getting caught. So instead, test track 1 was changed to focus more on the atmosphere and the story, and I think it was a much better idea. And that robot idea eventually is what turned into Slimy Jim. So this idea is why Slimy Jim exists. A test track revolving around a crossbow is another idea we thought of but never went through. A test track that looks like a temple, and I'm gonna use this for the last track of episode 2. We experienced all of those things today, which is insane to be reading that board. Fun fact, that face is the first ever attempt I did at making the face. I did it in one take. And I looked at that face and I was like, you know what? That's it. It's just perfect. I got it so right away. The friendly eyes, the buck teeth, but something's just off, you know? Also, here's a reference to Puzzlemania 2. When he went to spawn an animal in the food processing unit, bone popped out. So we make our own food and send it all around the facility. And we're only 3 maps in. That's a callback to that. In this little area, if you look out the window, he's looking at you. And if you go up here, he's back to looking at the wall. It's only in this little area looking out here. He's looking at you. Can I make a profit on parkour? There's nothing as a must. We heard that. We heard that a long time ago. That's from the original 2012 Kitatcho. One of the few items that's actually not textured in chapter 3, and I remember Rebrainer telling me that I should texture it, and I said I was going to, and I completely forgot to. And right now, this very second, is when I'm remembering that I forgot to. You know, I can never remember what chest the redstone is in when I play this map. It always feels like the last one I look in. I can never memorize it. Oof, haha, womp womp. Guys, we did it. Here we go, guys.
Feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to make sure you never miss a stream.